Okay, so today I am going to make some honey garlic chicken. So I'm going to start out putting the Instant Pot on saute, and it's on normal. So we'll let that heat up, and then while it is heating up, I will get some sesame oil and put that in. Only like maybe a tablespoon of it or so is all that we really need. Just enough to cover some of the bottom of the pan. You stir it up, and then we'll let that get hot for a minute. You can wait until the screen on the Instant Pot says hot, or you can just kind of judge it by when the oil gets a little bit shimmery, then you know that it's pretty hot. You can go ahead and put your chicken in there. So we'll wait for that for a moment. Okay, it should be getting pretty hot now. It's been, I don't know, not even 2 minutes, but pretty close. So I'm going to take some chicken thighs, and I'm going to just, there's a skin on, bone in thighs. I'm just going to put them in the pot with the skin side down. I figure it's going to really need 4 to 6, depending on how many you need. And you'll let them saute in there for about 2 to 3 minutes on one side, and then they'll be turned over and do the same thing on the other side. So while they're sauteing, you can mix up your the honey, soy sauce, ketchup, salt and pepper, and some red chili flakes. So I'm going to do that. I'm waiting, and you can kind of hear it, while it's cooking. So we'll take a third of a cup of honey. I know I got out. Here it goes. Take a third of a cup of honey. As fast as this is real life, people. So, it can only go as fast as it goes. Third of a cup of that. Okay, good enough. And we'll do a half a cup of soy sauce, or because I don't eat gluten, then I'm using tamari sauce, which is basically same thing as soy sauce, except there's no wheat in it, which soy sauce has wheat. So if I was a cooking show, all this stuff would already be situated, but hey, again, really. And then a third of a cup, a half a cup also of ketchup. Now I'm using sriracha ketchup because I like spicy, and so that's the type of ketchup that I happen to have for this particular dish. You can use regular ketchup as well, which is typically fine. So this one is sriracha ketchup. I'm going to mix that up. Actually, I'm going to turn the chicken over. And it's not quite brown enough, I don't think. You can see it's getting there, but it's not quite there as much as I want it to be, so I won't take it out yet. Um, then we're also going to add in yeah, I'm going to add in a little bit of chili flakes. So, and a little bit more spicy. I'm going to mix all this up together because it's going to end up pouring in over the chicken when we get to that point. But we'll get it all mixed up in the meantime. And now this is good enough. Go ahead and turn this over. Brown up a little bit on that side. And we'll get ready. The stuff we're going to put in next. We're going to put in ginger and oregano and garlic. And since I don't have any fresh ginger because it goes bad so quickly, I just use the stir-in paste. So you can just buy that and have it on hand all the time. And it doesn't go bad as quickly as fresh ginger does. So there's that. And then we're going to end up putting in 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. I'm going to put in probably 2 is enough in my case. You might want to taste your ketchup and honey and soy sauce mixture just to see if it's spicy enough for you. I prefer a little bit more, so I'm going to put in a little bit of sriracha. Actually, good. More sriracha than what it has. That. Then take this chicken out. I'm just putting it on a paper plate. There's no sense in having to wash a bunch of dishes. But you know, if you're opposed to that, just put it on a plate. And then in that same oil, I'm going to add some of the oregano, about a half a teaspoon or so. Probably a little more than that, because I like to put it in to open up the flavor of the herb. So there's that. I'm going to let that cook just a few moments, just to kind of open the flavor up on that. You don't want to really burn it, but scraping the stuff up off the bottom, get that oil all back around in here. And I'm going to add a little bit of ginger. And then crack in some cloves of garlic. Add that in there. 2 cloves here. Garlic burns really fast, so I usually put that in right towards the end of the saute period so that it doesn't burn. Then I'm going to take some white wine and I'm going to deglaze the pan. This happens to be a Voiner. This happens to be what I have open. So, we'll add some of that. A quarter of a cup or so, maybe a little bit more than that. I don't know, around there. And then you're just going to get all the brown bits up off of the bottom because that's good flavoring there. Plus, it keeps it from getting that burn notice, which is something you don't ever really want to see on your Instant Pot. So it feels like everything is off the bottom. Let a little bit of the alcohol cook out of that. And then I'm going to add the chicken back in. And I put it skin side up. In there. And then I'm going to pour the stuff that we just mixed up over the top of it. Throw that in there. Okay, let that heat up a little bit while we're getting the rice ready to go. So I'm using jasmine rice. And so this rice, it takes like a cup of rice to a cup and a half of water. I'm just going to pour the rice in here and then add 1.5 of the same container in there to the rice. And you can just do it that way and just add a little bit of salt. I personally like to flavor my rice or whatever else I'm cooking with spices. This just happens to be one called Asian Fusion that I got at, I don't know, probably Ross, Marshall's, someplace like that. It looked good. It had some good stuff in there. So I was like, yeah, I like that. It has salt, 5 spice, white sesame seed, black sesame seed, and some ginger. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of that in there with the rice. And, you know, however you like your rice, if you don't care about having it flavored, that's fine. But if you do, then, you know, whatever spices you happen to have on hand, go ahead and use that. Now, your Instant Pot probably came with a steamer, a little steamer deal, kind of like this, and it either had these on it or it was one without that. Or it came with one like this that's a little bit taller. So I am going to put this, hit cancel for now. And then I'm going to put this in here over the chicken, just as a standoff, basically. And then I'm going to put the rice right on top of that. Now you can fashion a thing out of foil. Just take foil and fold it up. So you can actually put this in with it so that when you pull it out, oops, when you pull it out, it makes it easier to lift it out of the pot. And so then you would just roll the sides down on it. Make sure that it doesn't affect when you put the lid on it, okay? And then we always make sure that the edges are clean so that it gets a good seal. And then we're just gonna put the lid on. Attempt to put, oh, whoops, got it backwards. What? Can you tell me how? Well, I'm gonna fight with the
You got
lid.
it rotated, so it's back there.
I was doing it with the Instant Pot in the wrong direction. Okay, so it's set to sealing, and then we're going to set it pressure cook, and we want it down to like 20 minutes, because that's all it's really going to take. Okay, so it's on high pressure cook. It's going to beep in just a moment saying that it's taken the command basically, and then it'll take probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes to get up to pressure. If that, because you heard the meat was boiling in there from me having it on saute. So it shouldn't take very long to get up to pressure. And then once it does, after it counts down from the 20-minute mark, it'll count down, it'll beep again. And at that point, we're just gonna let it set for 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll move on from this part. So there we go.